the story that will change your understanding of freedom. Picture this. You're standing at a slave market in ancient Rome. Around you, shouts of traders clanking of chains, the smell of sweat and fear. And there before you stands a scrawny boy with a crippled leg. Nobody would give even a copper coin for him. Who could have imagined that this worthless slave would become one of the greatest philosophers in human history? This is the story of Epictetus, a story about how a man in chains achieved absolute freedom. And the most incredible part, he did it not by escaping slavery, but by remaining in it. Epictetus was born around 50 A.D. in Hierapolis, a city in what is now Turkey, born a slave, in a family of slaves. Fate seemed to decide, I'll give this man absolutely nothing. Physically weak, lame, either from birth or from beatings, the boy was sold to Rome like merchandise. His new master was Epaphroditus, secretary to Emperor Nero himself. It seemed like the verdict was final. Life broken before it even began. But Epictetus thought differently. While other slaves dreamed of freedom, cursed fate, or quietly died of despair, this lame young man did something unimaginable. He studied philosophy. Epaphroditus, noticing his slave's sharp mind, allowed him to attend lectures by Musonius Rufus, a famous Stoic philosopher. And this is where the real magic began. Epictetus eagerly absorbed every word from his teacher. One idea particularly struck him. No one can harm your mind without your consent. Think about this. Your body can be chained, but your thoughts remain free. You can be humiliated, beaten, sold, but your inner self remains untouchable. One day, Epictetus's master flew into a rage. He grabbed the slave's leg and began twisting it. Any normal person would have screamed, begged, pleaded for mercy. Epictetus said calmly, "You will break my leg." The master continued. The bone cracked. And what did Epictetus say? He looked at his torturer and said impassively, "Didn't I warn you that you would break it?" No anger, no screaming, no despair. Can you imagine what inner strength that required? At that moment, a thought crystallized in Epictetus's mind that would change all philosophy. Up to us are our opinions, motivations, desires. Not up to us are our body, property, reputation, position in society. There it is, the key to absolute freedom. The master could own Epictetus's body, but couldn't own his thoughts. The emperor could exile him from the city, but couldn't exile wisdom from his soul. Epictetus understood. True freedom isn't the absence of chains. It's the right attitude toward those chains. Years passed. Nero died. The new emperor Domitian decided to get rid of all philosophers in Rome. They thought too freely, you see. By then, Epictetus was already a free man. How exactly he gained freedom remains unknown. He was exiled from Rome along with other thinkers. And what did the former slave do? He founded his own philosophical school in the Greek city of Nicopolis. Irony of fate, a man who spent his youth in slavery became a teacher of free people. Moreover, wealthy people, aristocrats came to him for wisdom, and future emperor Marcus Aurelius studied his ideas. Epictetus was an unusual philosopher. He didn't write books at all. Philosophy isn't wordplay, he said. It's a way of life. Everything we know about his teaching was recorded by his student Arian, 2 books, Discourses and Enchiridion, a brief manual. But in these texts lies all the power of human spirit, all the experience of a man who transformed his suffering into wisdom. Epictetus's main principle can be expressed in one phrase. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You got fired from work? That's not up to you. But your reaction, falling into depression, or using it as an opportunity to find something better, is completely in your hands. Someone close betrayed you? The betrayal isn't up to you, but the choice to hate or forgive, to be destroyed or become stronger, is yours alone. Modern lessons from an ancient slave. In our world, we often feel like slaves to circumstances. Tyrannical boss, crushing mortgage, toxic relationships, political chaos. Epictetus would say, "Look at me. I was an actual slave. I didn't even have the right to control my own body. So what? I became freer than any emperor." One, stop controlling the uncontrollable. Stop wasting energy on what's not in your power. 2, focus on your reaction. The only thing completely in your hands is your response to what happens. 3, find freedom within limitations. Even in the most constrained circumstances, there's room for choice. 4th, turn obstacles into training. Every difficulty is an opportunity to strengthen your character. Epictetus lived a long life, almost 90 years. He died a free man, surrounded by students who caught his every word. And what became of his teaching? It outlived the Roman Empire. It inspired Christian saints, influenced the Renaissance, shaped modern psychotherapy. A lame slave from Asia Minor changed the world more powerfully than any emperor. And you know what's most amazing? He always said, the key to this power exists within each of us. We just need to decide to use it.